I know it's not an internet issue because we all have internet, so there's that. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, just let me know, throw something at me. Yeah. It's back, allegedly. Yes. Yeah. Hi, gang. Sorry we missed you for the last couple of seconds, but you missed a sweet shorthanded goal by TJ Sneath. That's how we got to 4-1.
It's absolutely filthy from Sneath. I mean, it started with a turnover on the power play for Blue Ridge, and Sneath walked it in. It was a thing of beauty. Worked around a couple defenders, picked the top right corner. I mean, it was a absolutely disgusting goal from Sneath, and he well, that was one for the highlight reel, and early on in the highlight reel, that was a thing of beauty for Sneath.
Yeah, it really was. Can't really do it enough justice. It was a pure hustle play from the neutral zone, right? And then, from the neutral zone from there.
And that was a big backbreaker, too, for Blue Ridge. Hey, you had the power play. You're down two. We talked about it. If you feel like if you can get one back, you don't need to tie it up going into the third, but make it a 3-2 game. Come out, give them everything you got out of the break. Maybe you can tie it up at 3 instead. You go -1 on the power play, and you end up trailing by 3 in Motor City trying to put Blue Ridge away instead of feeling like you're one lucky bounce away from tying this up.
Definitely. Here's Lane King. He's had plenty of handful of opportunities. There's a centering opportunity. Can't find tape to tape. Again, want to apologize back at home. It's been a long weekend for the hamster. He fell asleep on the wheel. We had to wake up a new one and got the new one on the wheel, so everything's good. We just had to get a new hamster from the back, had to wake him up. They're working hard shifts. Just
Lost an hour of sleep.
Yeah, I mean, there's also that. It affects everybody. Motor City has the puck. There's George Holt. Gives it to Colton. Danny Vanderweel's going to try the far side and thinks better of it. Gives it to Colton behind the net. 20 seconds left here in the period. Sorry, again, you missed some of it. But Motor City has one chance here. Holt firing. Tried to go top shelf. Good save by Green. Under 10 seconds to go now. Ivashkin trying to maybe drop this one off. Now back to Ivashkin. Soccers it to the corner. And that'll do it for the period. Motor City has a comfortable 4-1 lead here at Big Boy Arena. Hopefully they can keep it up. Hopefully, again, the hamsters can keep it up. But, Brady, there was a lot to like, though, in that second period.
Absolutely. I mean, Motor City, outside of about a 2 to 3 minute pocket in the middle part of the period where Trevor Babin gave up a goal on the rebound and was asked to make some big saves, it was sandwiched by some really nice performances from Motor City. They outshoot Blue Ridge 14-11 in the second. They're outshooting the Bobcats 28-17 for the game, and they're looking like they're well on getting 3 points after dropping one last night against Watertown.
Well, speaking of Watertown.
I know, oh boy.
Holy smokes.
Finally got one back, but Watertown up 5-1 at McMorran Arena. Wolves, hey, they were clicking last night, and whatever they had last night, they have it again today, and Danbury up 2-0 on Elmira. So unless Port Huron can come back, it'll have to be next weekend when Motor City looks to clinch a playoff berth.
And again, Elmira losing and Watertown winning, that helps Watertown sneak in to the playoffs. But again, they're not really sneaking in, they're earning it, obviously. But yeah, that's a surprising score out at McMorran Place. Of course, we'll be there Friday before they come back here on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday Youth Sports Night, we'll tell you all about that when we come back here on the Rockers Media Network. We're going to take a timeout, check on the hamsters, make sure everyone's okay, make sure they're fed, make sure they have water, because we want to give you a full third period here on the Rockers Media Network. So we'll be right back. Motor City has a 4-1 lead. And we'll return and give you a deeper look into the out-of-town scoreboard and upcoming events here at Big Boy Arena. All right, welcome back to Big Boy Arena. I'm Ben Salagi. Let's take a deeper dive into the out-of-town scoreboard. Before we do, though, we want to remind you, Ronald Shocker is your local Farm Bureau insurance agent located here in Shelby Township. He and his team have been protecting and providing Michigan families with home, auto, life, and health insurance. So for all your insurance needs, you got to trust Michigan Farm Bureau agent Ronald Shocker. Also, want to remind fans, a couple of things happening here at Big Boy Arena. Obviously today's game, but on Saturday, March 16th, the Rockers are celebrating youth sports with Youth Sports Night here at Big Boy Arena against the Prowlers. There will be special pricing, $10 a ticket for groups, and one group/organization will be entered into a drawing for $1,000, courtesy of the Motor City Rockers. If you want to get tickets and bring your group, we'd love to have you on Saturday. And, of course, for tickets, you got to contact our ticket guy, Connor Jakacki, via email at connor@rockershockey.com. And that's Connor, that's CONNOR, at rockershockey.com. Of course, Sunday, the 17th, the St. Patrick's Day, going to want to come to that one. Motor City will change their colors for a day. It will not be purple and black. It will be green and black. Kelly Green will have special uniforms for St. Patrick's Day. We will also auction off those uniforms after the game as well, like we have with all of our specialty uniforms, whether it was Military Appreciation Night, whether it was First Responders Night. We are going to probably auction off these ones as well. So keep an eye out on the social media feeds for that. And while you're there, if you haven't followed us, give us a follow. We'd love it as well. Of course, sometimes spring break can be a little expensive and you just need a staycation. Well, you also need the kids out of the home. Get them out of the home for an hour and a half. Send them here to Big Boy Arena as the Rockers are hosting a spring break camp March 26th through 28th for players ages 6 to 12. The camp is from 11 a.m. to 12:20 p.m. each day. There are special skills, assignments, and things like that. And guess what? They're going to meet some of the players. They're going to meet Coach Brown as they will learn to improve their game. If you want to sign up for this, just go to mcrockershockey.com. Click the link at the middle of the page and be taken to the form. You just got to scroll down on that second page to get to the form. Fill it out. We'd love to have you and your kid learn more hockey skills, courtesy of the Motor City Rockers. But Motor City has two power play goals, one from Nick Miguel Diaz and the other one from Jamie Milam. So we want to remind you that activates. Well, really the first one activates, but the second one confirms it if we're being honest. The big boy of the game. Fans can now get a second entree free at the Big Boy restaurant right here in our parking lot in Fraser on the following Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. All you got to do is show your waiter you redeemed the Big Boy Power Play Fan Saves deal to score that deal. Also want to remind fans, you want to help out? Maybe you're looking to make some noise and you don't want to strain your voice here at Big Boy Arena. Well, the Rocker Roadies can help you out. If you want to be a Rocker Roadie, you can. It's just $25, a flat fee. You get a free T-shirt and a team picture for that $25 donation, and you get access to exclusive player events, and you can even sponsor a player. If your favorite player is taken, just go right down the roster. All the guys would love your help as well. To learn more, all you got to do is visit the booster table, which is right next to the concierge table, which is, of course, next to, by design, the merchandise store where Brooke is. So, again, if you see the Tropical Smoothie Cafe sign, you'll see the Rocker Roadies there. Say hello to Brittany, Phil, Michelle, whoever's manning the table. They're nice people. They'd love to talk to you, maybe get you to be a Rocker Roadie. And if not, they have things. They have friendship bracelets. I wear mine for every game day. Love it. Says Rockers on it. They have different kinds, different designs. You can even wear your favorite player if you want. You can get, again, those friendship bracelets. Again, if you want to save your voice, they got cowbells. They also have picture frames that they've designed, and even throughout the holidays, they have, of course, ornaments. I put them on my tree. They look great. Nothing goes better with the holidays than Rockers hockey. So really, really nice. But I promised you, after I would stop talking, that we would take a deeper dive to the out-of-town scoreboard. Well, through the first period, it is a 2-0 game at the Danbury Arena between the pesky Wabbits and the Elmira River Sharks. Danbury outshot Elmira 19-8, and Daniel McKintrick and Corey Cunningham got a power play goal to make it 2-0. Those goals scored 8 minutes apart, but that right now Elmira chasing Danbury 2-0 as they're getting the second period started in just a few minutes over there. And of course, the surprising score at McMorran Place, 5-1. Watertown just taking it to Port Huron. The shots on goal, though, even though the scoreboard's lopsided, shots are pretty close to even, 15-10. So Watertown has scored, I kid you not, on every third shot of the game. Who's playing in net for Port Huron? Let's take a look. It's Ian Wallace. So Ian Wallace having an off night for the Prowlers. It was 5 straight goals for Watertown. Vladislav Pavlov, Trevor Lord. Pavlov got his second. DeBari got his first of the weekend. Carter Thornton got a goal as well. But what a game by Pavlov. He has 2 goals and an assist already in a period. Dalton Jay helping the boys trying to come back. He got a goal to cut it to 5-1, and Tucker Scantleberry got a goal on the power play to make it 5-2. But Port Huron is still chasing them. Again, we have the I-94 rivalry next weekend, a game on Friday at McMorran Place, then 2 games Saturday and Sunday. But here's the best part. All we have to do is win 2 of those games and we win the series. So something to look forward to. And guess what? We can let the Prowlers get one at McMorran Place. We want to take the series here at home like we did last year and parade that beautiful I-94 sign all around Big Boy Arena like it's the Stanley Cup. Boys love doing it. They have a special spot for it in the locker room. They'd love to bust it out and celebrate it with you, the fans. So make sure you get your tickets. Go to mcrockershockey.com/tickets. Get a spot. We'd love to see you here at Big Boy Arena in the next couple of games because we are going to have a lot of them coming down the stretch. We'll take another break. It's the final break until we come back and get the third period underway. We're going to check on those hamsters again. Make sure they're fed, make sure they're happy, and making sure they are ready to work. Because Motor City's working in a big way. Who says Sunday is a day of rest? Not for the Rockers. They have a 4-1 lead over the Blue Ridge Bobcats on 4 different goal scorers. TJ Sneath, shorthanded. Josh Colton, Jamie Milam, and Nick Miguel Diaz, your goal scorers. Again, we will take a break. We'll come back. We'll get the third period started for you right here on the Rockers Media Network in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Big Boy Arena. I'm Ben Salagi, joined with, as always, Brady Beaton to my left. We had to get caught up on what's going on in Port Huron.
It was it's a bit more interesting than it has been. 9 goals in a period, had a fight, and Will's had himself a heck of a game up there through 20 minutes.
Yeah, who was it? Braden Deck and
Dakota Seaman.
Dakota Seaman.
They started off the game with a fight. It was 5 straight for Watertown, and then Port Huron's fought back. It's been a interesting affair through the first 20 minutes there. It's been a pretty interesting effort from Motor City. Love what they've done. And again, shame you missed the last goal from TJ Sneath. It was an absolute beauty.
It was an absolute beauty. Pure hustle play by Sneath. We'll try to recreate it for you. Sneath was there at the timeline, fought the puck to the near side wall, got control of it, crossed the blue line, had it on the near side, fired it top shelf for a goal, shorthanded goal. It was a big one. But again, Motor City has goal scorers from 4 different goal scorers today. Nick Miguel Diaz got everything started on the power play in the first period. It was midway through the first period, 10-12 remaining in the period, and it held. Of course, Motor City, though, at that point, got another power play goal to make it 2-0 before Andre Ivanov banked one off the back of Trevor Babin on a rebound to make it 2-1 before Motor City got 2 more goals. Again, Josh Colton and TJ Sneath making it 4-1 after 2. So either way, sorry, I had to talk to Brooke for a second. She said that there's a sale going on. You don't get any percentages off, though. But she wanted to remind people everything at the team store is available. So, either way, we're about to have the third period underway. Motor City finally coming out of the locker room, and so is Blue Ridge. Hopefully you're ready. Oh, there you go. Parker Brown wants meme ideas already. I mean, the one that comes to mind is Talladega Nights, where you go into the car and fight the cougar, fight the Bobcat to like overcome your fear. Could do that.
I'd like to see him finish out the game, because I do remember a game back in December where I believe it was 4-1 and Port Huron scored right off the rip. Ended up winning that one 5-4 in regulation. Only time the Rockers have lost in regulation after leading after 2 periods. Take care of it, finish this one out, and then you can turn your focus to next weekend against your rival in Port Huron and clinch that playoff berth, and then work your way towards clinching home ice in the first round in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was December 9th. Remember it as clear as day. Trevor Babin was battling a lower body injury. He also was battling an illness. Only played 2 periods. Ricky Gonzalez came in cold in the third, and Motor City lost 5-4. Ricky Gonzalez, though, has been absolutely fantastic in his last 4 games. Even the 5-7 loss to Binghamton, he was not the reason why Motor City lost that game, was outstanding in that one. So, other than that, let Parker Brown know in the chat, guys, how you want him to celebrate if we are able to finish out the next 20 minutes with the lead. Well, everyone's ready. Hopefully you're ready. Koash, Newberg, getting ready to drop this one. Everything's ready. Well, good win for Newberg. Maybe it's a whole new period for Blue Ridge. Trying to stretch past. That's not going to be icing. Newberg over skates, coming with it now. Was Motor City for a second. Vlasov had it for a moment. Rockers get control of the puck. There's a birthday party in the suite behind us, and I think the kids are tucking out already.
Everyone's a little tired. It's the third day of a 3-game weekend. I mean, that's why these games are important points to get. Those are usually the tough ones on the getaway day for Blue Ridge, and they've been on the road a lot lately for Motor City. They just had to battle with Watertown, who's apparently playing really good hockey a night ago.
Well, continuing what they did last night. Again, playing really good hockey. That's why we were disappointed on Friday. Tattern has control of the puck, carries it into the zone, goes in between his legs, fires a backhanded shot. Babin makes a routine save. Motor City gets it back out to the neutral zone. It's going to be given up to the far side. Motor City keeping it in. Josh Colton giving it up to the near side. Sneath, the latest goal scorer that no one saw, has the puck along the wall. It's going to get tied up there, Ernst. And wait a second, there's a couple of quick pushes and shoves by Ford. Man, Sneath had his head bounced off against the glass. I'm surprised nothing was called.
Well, I think there was you had the penalty earlier on Wynn, why he's still in the box on that hit down there, and there still may be a few tensions. And, it's a scrum in close. That's why they call it the dirty areas.
Yes,
it's not because you can go out there feeling great when you come out. That's why you want to get those guys that have the sandpaper that can come out and come away with the puck in those spots.
Well, just like coming after a loose football under the pile, right? You'll scratch, claw, bite, punch to get that football back for your team. So not going to say we blame Steve Ford for it. Here's Daly's getting harassed at the blue line, drops it off to the half wall, passed over by Redmond. Bohan with a long shot, and that's not going to go anywhere. Nerwinski can't keep it in. Motor City gets it back to the timeline. Jelensky's takes it out of harm's way. Contrada will hunt it down. Here's Nowinski trying a rink-wide pass to Jelensky's. No one's home for it, and it's not going to be icing. Play will continue. Here's Koash picking up the puck. 2.5 minutes into the final frame. Koash going around a couple of Bobcats. Dangles back through. Gets a shot off, just pushed it wide.
Heck of an effort by Koash. Showed off the hands to get it about as far as he could. Tried to pick the corner a little too fine with it. But up 3, you're afforded that luxury.
Here's Koash again, trying to get through the middle. There's Conway with a shot. Kicked wide by Green. Coming out was Daly for a moment, lost the puck. Here's Conway again. He goes in between the legs to the near side. Two of our most skilled players, actually a third one. There's Pavel Svinsov coming into the corner. Let's see if Newberg starts throwing some heads against the glass. Delcart holding off Conway. There's a tough battle for it. Conway digging. So is Delcart. Svinsov doing his best to shield the puck. He's going to come out with it. What a win by Pavel Svinsov. That takes a Herculean effort.
That was an extended battle in the corner.
Well, there's the puck in the middle. Motor City can't get a stick on it just yet. There's Svinsov with the puck. There's a delay call. Green makes the save. Motor City's going to go on the power play.
There was a battle out in front of the net, and that's what the officials saw between Newberg and Conway. And I don't think they're exchanging addresses for Christmas cards.
I mean, they might.
See, they're going to take Jelensky's in. Interesting.
Yeah,
so they're going to get a hook there. So it wasn't the battle out in front of the net that drew the penalty. It was a separate hooking call, but either way, another power play for Motor City.
Well, Jelensky's will go to the Kowalski meat locker, which puts Motor City on the Genesis Credit Union power play. They are 2 for 2 today on the power play. See if they can go 3 for 3 and make up for lost ground from yesterday. Here's an opportunity, though, for Blue Ridge. Heck of a forechecking effort by the Bobcats. That's Joel Frazee, the Michigan man from Monroe, Michigan. Played at St. Mary's in Monroe and also played in Wyandotte when he was in high school. King to the far side to Colton. Colton back to Snead. Snead drags, fires. Ivanov got a stick on it. Trying to keep it in is Vanderweel. He does. He's pestered by Martin. Vanderweel, though, does a good job. Back to Snead, back to Vanderweel, now to King. Lane King gives a quick pass to Colton. Vanderweel's going to shield, gives it to King. King's still looking. There's a shot. caught everyone sleeping, thought he could maybe get a no-look shot through the 5-hole, but Connor Green woke up in time.
This final 106 of the power play, this is the chance for Motor City to put a dagger in this game. Put the exclamation point on. You know there's still 15 minutes left, but you go up by 4. You can break the spirit of Blue Ridge on their getaway day. They're probably longing for their beds back in Virginia right now.
Well, to be honest, I'm longing for my bed. I missed that hour. I'm going to not belabor that point. Motor City trying to hold on to the puck, keeping it in the zone after a tough battle after the face-off draw. 51 seconds left. Here's another opportunity. It's Daly picking up the puck. He's the lone attacker. He's going to lose an edge. Milam picks it up, offers a bank pass to Nick Miguel Diaz, and here's Nick. Sees Daly again, tries to move it up ahead. Conway drops it to Svintsoff. Svintsoff has control of the puck. Bank pass to Miguel Diaz. Milam rips like he did to get his power play goal. Did not go in. 25 seconds left. Motor City running out of time, but they still have a good opportunity. Miguel Diaz carrying the puck. Can give it to Milam if he wants, and he does. Koash. Back to Milam. Back to Koash. 9 seconds. There's Milam with a hard shot. 5-hole closed. Cleared by Blue Ridge and Daly, and everyone's going to go to the bench. Trevor Babin's going to waste little time getting it back to center, and coming with it now is Zielinski's out of the box. Talk about being at the right place at the right time.
Right. Thought they might have had a chance to get one back and make this interesting, but Motor City quickly neutralizes the rush. Real quick, on that last power play, I love what Milam's doing. He's firing. He talked about it back in the second period. Hey, the guy can block it once. Make him block it 2 or 3 times.
Wow, Newberg with a rip. Babin making a big glove save there. Trevor Babin stretching out for that one. Whew. Well, we have the media timeout, so Brady, what are the shots?
Shots on goal, 35-18 for the game. Motor City nearly doubling up Blue Ridge, 7-1 here in the third period. Scores from around the Fed have not changed since we've dropped the puck here in the third. 2-0. Danbury on top of Elmira, and 6-3 out in Port Huron as Watertown has the lead.
Well, everyone's having fun doing the YMCA. How can you not, right? You can do it, Brady. Your hands are in your pocket. Okay.
I'm cozy. It's cold in here. It's cold in here. It's woke up to some snow, a chillier rink than it's been all weekend. Yeah. I'm nice and cozy in my Rockers jacket.
I don't blame you. That's why I'm wearing the sweater today. I was like, you know what? We're going to go with the sweater today. Why not? Oh, too fun. Of course, that's Ralph and Mark. They did the tug of war in the first intermission. They love the YMCA over there. They love to have fun. Obviously, you guys saw that. They staged a wrestling fight in their Thompson jerseys, honoring those sweaters. Speaking of sweaters. Here's Newberg and Sneath. Newberg with a good draw. There's a push out shot wide by Frazee. Motor City trying to battle for it in the corner. King kicks it. Colton skating to pick it up. Colton now will swipe at it. King looking for a long stretch pass. Motor City had Newberg cough it up. Now Mike Wynn has control of it. He's been out of the box for a while after he defended King as King blew a tire. And there's Gullo blowing an edge.
Well, he fell down because he was trying to stay onside and doesn't have the longest legs on the team. He couldn't quite reach out back to that blue line despite his best efforts trying to put on the brakes. It's offsides. And, Gullo, he'll have to take a slow glide to the bench with a wry smile on his face.
Look, I think King said, hey, man, sorry to leave you there.
Lane King would have been onside.
Yes, he would have. I think anyone taller than 5'7" would have been onside. Just not the man who stumbled and fell, who's 5'7". Motor City, though, as you said, having fun. They have a big 3-goal lead. Just got to nurse the lead, get big 3 points, and again can clinch their playoff spot next week. Take as many points as you can get in a playoff push. Pushing the offense now is Redmond. There's a shot. Babin makes the save. Puck's going to come out to the near side. Ivanov going at it. Poked it. Gaudet has it. Centers it. Vanderweel looks for the best option. It's Wells, but it doesn't get to him, but it gets to the neutral zone. Ivanov got it from Contrado. Ivanov's going to offer a bank pass. Delcar has a stretch. There's Redmond. Tips it to himself. Good play by Koash. Takes him off the puck. Man, Scott Koash with his acceleration recovered nicely.
Yeah, he's one of the faster guys on the team, and I like the energy I've seen from Motor City. If you just put this game in a vacuum, wouldn't realize it's their third in 3 days. They've had a little extra pep in their step compared to the Bobcats.
Really have. And again, I mean, even if it's, Bobcats haven't been playing slow, just Motor City's been bearing the opportunities. Daly trying the Michigan. Daly smiling, just served up a Michigan on Babin. Babin was beat last year by the Michigan. This time it's not going to happen.
Yeah, Babin with the save. It's a still 4-1.
It is still 4-1, even though some people that are near us would think it's not. But again, Babin doing Babin things. Here's Ford, moves it up ahead. Contrado couldn't get it. Milam. And it wasn't even like a true Michigan. It was more like serving like a pizza into a stone oven, right?
Well, and I might be in the minority here. Like, it is a great athletic display, but I feel like it's kind of overplayed at this point. Like, yeah, Michigans are really cool. They're a bit rarer. They're not as rare as they used to be. But once people realized, hey, if they're going to let me stand right behind the net, I can pick it up and try to go in the corner. Yes, it's cool, but I don't know. I know I'm in the minority of this one. I like it. I just don't think it's some world-ending play that others might.
Well, no. I just think because a lot of people don't see it live.
Right. And again, you don't get to see it all the time, but when it first happened, there was like one or two that had happened ever.
Right.
And that's why it was so incredible the first time someone did it. It's like, heck, the first time someone threw a curveball in baseball, it was a big deal.
Yes.
But now more people are trying it. You're seeing it at a bunch of different levels. It's still really cool. It's lost a little bit of its luster, and it doesn't have the cachet it did 5 years ago.
Or a fastball that like hits 100.
Right.
Same things, yes. We are ready for baseball season. Baseball season officially underway, spring training underway. Home opener for the Tigers is only a couple of weeks away. Miguel Diaz somehow keeps it on the right side of the blue line, just dancing around, looking for a partner. Now sends it in front. Green kicks it to the corner. Puck's going to come out, and man, there was a big collision again. That's Gullo throwing his weight around another time.
And that time he had a little better results. Again, I love Gullo. Not the biggest guy on the ice, but he sure doesn't play like he's one of the smaller ones.
Well, Motor City trying to get this one out. Gaudet, rink wide pass. Mike Wynn has it, will carry it in and dump it in. Gaudet will get to it on the near side. Still waiting for a stoppage. Not going to happen. Coming with it, Ivashkin. Has it, gets to the center. Mike Wynn takes him off the puck. What a play by Michael.
Heck of a job by Wynn. No, he's not as fast, but he took the right angle, did an excellent job.
Tic-tac-toe for Motor City, and Giuliano couldn't bury it. I know people stare at Mike Wynn for some reasons. That was a good reason to stare at Mike Wynn right there.
I mean, that was a pretty smart defensive play against one of the better offensive forces in the league.
Definitely. Well, here's Redmond. The second half of the Michigan Mercenaries. Motor City looking for a centering opportunity. Delcart breaks it up. Conway pushing it. Here's Redmond. Gets this one out of the corner. Here's Martin with it now. Officially halfway through the third period. 9:20. Blue Ridge looking. There's a shot. Tattern firing it high. Conway getting it to Koash. Bello. Scotty going. Oh, he roofed it too high. Oh, Scotty.
I think Green might have got the stick out and lifted it a bit. Oh, if he could have held on to it for just a moment longer, he would have had a wide open net on the backhand.
And I like how he faked, like, I'm going to touch it. And then, tried to get the eyes moving. Maybe deked himself out in the process. Takes us to immediate timeout here at Big Boy Arena. Brady, what are the shots? And maybe the Wolves got to 15 while we haven't checked in on them. Who knows?
Well, right now the shots 35-21. Motor City out shooting Blue Ridge. 7-4 in the third period as well. No change in the out-of-town scoreboard. Danbury on top of Elmira 2-0. Watertown has the 6-3 lead in Port Huron. And Baton Rouge, Carolina are squared at 0 as they got underway not that long ago.
Yes, there should be a couple of minutes into their game out there in Winston-Salem. But again, Carolina got a big win yesterday against the same team they're playing right now. Of course, though, usually there's been, to make the schedules back to even, some games during the middle of the week. Not the case this week. Next games will be on Friday around the league. Mississippi and Binghamton will play at Visions Veteran Memorial. Of course, like we said, we're going to be out at McMorran Place on Friday. Elmira and Danbury will play on Friday as well. And so will Carolina and these very same Blue Ridge Bobcats. They will play at the Rodeo Barn.
And the first of 3 straight weekends where the Rockers play 3-3. Again, Ben, as you mentioned, Port Huron coming up next week. 1 away, 2 back at home. And then 3 in Columbus. That's not a spot you like to go at all, and especially not a spot where you necessarily want to play 3-3.
No. But it's the last time we travel unless it's the playoffs, and unless it's Port Huron.
Right.
But, yeah.
Last time you leave the state in the regular season.
Yeah, that's the easiest way.
And for that Columbus series, again, you like to break little challenges. Hey, 3 games in what some would say is the toughest place to play. Treat that like a playoff series.
Yeah.
If you make a Commissioner Cup final, you'd likely have to play 3 games in Columbus. Have that mentality going down there. Have the same mentality you had with Blue Ridge. Motor City's a more talented team than the Bobcats, and they've shown it so far today.
But yeah, no, Brady, you're exactly right? I mean, that's the opportunity. You know that a couple of weeks after that trip, it is going to be the playoffs, and it's do or die. And in one of the toughest environments in the Fed, why not, right? I know we've teased it before this weekend, but might as well tell our friends that we have a new partner. DTK, I can never get that right. It's a tongue twister. FM 101.5, 1400 AM, The Patriot, is our new partner. So guess what? We have a radio crew. And Brady, you will be that radio crew.
Yeah, indeed. We'll start it off the last week of the regular season. Both home and road broadcasts started off with the game in Port Huron and back here. And then for the first playoff series, we'll be here for every home game the rest of the way. And one of us will be traveling at least on all the road games.
100%. Told you, fans, you just had to watch the road map. Things will happen. But, yeah, excited to bring on the Patriot with us. Of course, the Patriot does a lot of great broadcasting, like the Catholic High School Game of the Week for football. They do Wayne State football as well. So a lot of people probably know them from that. Also, our friend Brian Boleski turning all the dials. He's the hamster over there for the Patriot.
Has been for a long time.
He has been for ages. Ever since I can remember, Brian Boleski has been in that control room. Here's Nick Miguel Diaz trying to center it to Giuliano. It's going to go to the end line, and Miguel Diaz avoids a hit, gets the puck to Milam. There's a shot. Green somehow makes a save.
The puck hit him. He didn't save the puck. He came out, and it stuck to him.
Well, that time Gaudet tried a shot, and that puck stuck to him a second time. Yeah, folks, so if you are, again, especially for next season, we will have a radio broadcast. So if you're out and about, you don't want to have YouTube on, you can have the Patriot on. You're picking up kids from the rink. You know, maybe you're, I don't know, driving to the in-laws for the holidays, because we will be here. You can be at your in-laws, and you'll listen to hockey. Or do it the old-fashioned way. Have the transistor radio under your pillow, and we'll give you pillow talk.
And that doesn't mean that the YouTube broadcast going anywhere. We'll have both the rest of the way, so you'll have your choice. Again, options are always better, and Well, you get up to the higher levels and you'll get the teams that separate, have radio, TV, broadcast. I think it's a great thing that Scott Brand and company is bringing to the Rockers. It's the next step in building up this organization.
100%. Scott Brand, who's sitting right in front of us doing yeoman's work all season long. Appreciate the work that he's done with us. Appreciate Scott anyways. He's fun to have. There's a collision. Wynn lost his stick, but Motor City's attacking. There's a shot. Nope. Finsoff lost it. And we will have a delay call on Blue Ridge. Elbowing. Newberg's trying to say who did it. I'm trying to figure out who did it and who gets escorted to the meat locker.
Looks like
Avashkin. There we go. Okay.
Again, 3-goal lead with under 7 minutes to go. As long as you play the way they've been playing all day long, Motor City, they'll be all right. But you can really put the final nail in the coffin if you beat Green one more time in the next 2 minutes.
100%. So it brings us back to the fourth time today, Genesis Credit Union power play. Face off on the near side. Cannot be controlled by Motor City. There's Ernst, gets pinned by Gaudet. Blue Ridge gets the clear. Firing that one was Ford. And here's Wynn. We'll pick it up after Babin left it there for him. 20 seconds into the extra attacker, Giuliano. Martin was trailing him the whole time, intercepted the pass. Giuliano battling to get it back to center. Puck's going to squirt out to the far side, and Jules will hold on to it.
Don't be surprised if you see even down a man, Blue Ridge still try to attack, take some risk. It's burn the boats time for the Blue Ridge Bobcats if they want to salvage anything out of this game in Fraser.
Well, they have a lot of work to do to climb the hill, but a shorthanded goal would go a long way. But just the way Daly just came off the bench, taking the long strides, you can tell if he's tired, a lot of the guys are tired because Daly's a hard worker. If you can tire out Daly, well, there's a centering opportunity that's going to be frozen. But again, if you can tire out Justin Daly, it's like tiring out a toddler. It's hard to do, but once they're tired for a while.
Well, and it goes back to what we talked about in the pregame show. We're getting to the home stretch. Final 10 games coming up in this season. Third game, 3 days on the road. Second straight weekend. This is the end of the dog days of the season, and that's why, hey, you're getting the third period. It's no wonder you'll see some tired legs on both sides. I do like for Motor City. Hasn't been as noticeable as some Blue Ridge players.
Well, that's just it. Hasn't been noticeable. They're still doing a good job. Oh, here's Colton. Gives it up to the far side. Vanderweel gives it back to him. It looks like Motor City's just happy to be playing puck possession. So there's 34 seconds left, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're not really doing anything. But here's Vanderweel saying, I want some offense. Danny crashing the net. Wraparound attempt did not go all the way through. Here's Delaney picking up the loose change. Gives it to Colton. Cycling it to Vanderweel. Off the bank pass. Can't settle it down. Contrado's going to chase after it.
Contrado was trying to leak out. He was about at the center ice logo when it was cleared. He was begging for it to be flipped up and have a shot at a breakaway.
Well, here's Sneath. Final moments of the power play. Can't get a shot off. Ivashkin's a free man. The Motor City started hot on the power play, but they are now, after getting the first two, they're 0 for 2. So they're 2 for 4 today. But Brady, I'm sure there's other things that have changed at McMorran Place, but what are the shots and what's going on out around in the Fed?
Shots on goal here in the third period. Motor City outshooting Blue Ridge 11-6, heavily outshooting them in the game, 39-23. Around the league, still 2-0 Danbury over Elmira. Carolina nets the first goal at home against Baton Rouge. They lead it 1-0. And Watertown, they hit number 7. They lead Port Huron 7-3. That's just early in the second period.
Well, man, that is a lot of goals. I can't get over it.
It is a barrage. And again, Port Huron without their head coach, captain, GM, Matt Graham. He went out, but was placed on the IR today. But it has been, a barrage from both sides. High-scoring affair. Makes this one look like a defensive struggle.
Well, and that's the thing for Matt Graham, like going on the IR. It's not like he's going on vacation. Still has to manage a roster. Still has to, draw up game plans and battle plans. He's not sitting at home rehabbing. He's sitting in his office rehabbing and still doing 4 other jobs. So feel for Matt doing that. Be good. Hopefully he's healthy enough to maybe play next weekend. But if you're on the IR, normally you're on the IR for 15 days. So we might miss Matt. Under 5 to play. Svinsoff, Koash, Conway, Milam, and Nick Miguel Diaz are your 5 for the Rockers. Koash cannot win that draw. Ivashkin can't beat the icing, so we'll have another face-off 200 feet.
Right now, your Motor City Hayes, just get to the finish line. Mention that we have the 3-3 again next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday against Port Huron. And Ben, you just want to make sure you have everyone available for that series, especially as we just mentioned, Matt Graham, one of their go-to guys, one of their leaders, won't be suiting up against the Rockers.
Nope. Here's Finsoff, slides it. Conway back to Pavel. Pavel fighting as he's falling to his knees. Can't control the puck, but man, Pavel's been working hard. Talk about a guy that's been working hard for all 3 games. Pavel's one of them. He's trying to leak out. Got tape to tape from Koash. Here's Pavel losing an edge, tried to center it back. Man, Pavel is trying his hardest.
I think he wants a goal in this one. Usually he's one of the guys feeding it to other players, but up 3 last 4 minutes, maybe cheating a little bit, saying, hey, why don't I add one to the list, get a goal for myself?
Well, the fans would like it if Pavel scored. Sneath didn't get a full finger on the trigger, and he broke his stick. That's why. Excuse me, that's Delaney. I said Sneath. That's TJ Delaney.
And he was a little disappointed. A little bit of hung shoulders, just like, come on now. Grabbed a new stick. That's what he was trying to do the first time, just trying to put it on net instead.
He got a stick quick enough to come back and fire a shot. There's Mike Wynn firing a shot. Colton will keep it in along the wall. Delcart's going to settle it down. 3:30 left here in the third. Delcart will carry it all the way in. Gives it up now. Newberg will finish the walk, and Babin will freeze the puck right there. Well, again, we know that there's still a lot of hockey to be played in the season. Brady alluded to it. Of course, we've talked about it. After the home-and-home with Port Huron, we traveled to Columbus, March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And then guess what? Columbus right before Easter comes here, and then we have Binghamton the night after. So you want playoff hockey?
Right.
It will happen.
If you want to expand on what I was talking about again, if Motor City stays the 2 seed, they play Columbus, who would likely end up the 1 seed in what would potentially be a 5-game series. That would be a 5-game stretch where you'd have to play championship-level hockey to come out winning 3 of 5. Yep. And I think that's a good way to focus and try to get the guys in a playoff mentality. 4 against Columbus, and then, all right, you just got beat up after playing the top team in the Fed. Now you get the top team in your division in Binghamton, the team that might be standing in your way to a Commissioner Cup final.
Well, there's that, and also standing in your way to maybe getting that 2nd seed as well, because if they beat you and you slide to 3rd, changes the dynamics just a little bit.
Because Danbury, they're sitting in their offices going, just got to wait till this stretch.
Yes.
Motor City is going through the gauntlet. 4 with Columbus, 1 with Binghamton. Just stay within arm's reach, and then we'll have a shot to jump them at that point. And it's going to be up to Motor City. Take care of business yourself, and you'll get the home ice.
Well, and again, we finished the season with Port Huron. There's a quick shot by Wynn. But, again, we finished with Port Huron on the 12th in Port Huron. Again, we'll have our first radio broadcast at McMorran Place that game. Brady and I will both be on the call for that. And then Saturday, season ender on the 13th. And Port Huron would love to spoil any positive signs the Rockers could have at the end of the season. So really all those games, all 7, are against teams that would love to see Motor City fall and fail. So it's going to be playoff hockey from basically March 22nd on. Good leak out pass. Here's Martin. Martin has control of it. Tried to cycle it ahead to Ernst. Ernst over skates and lost control of it. 2.5 minutes left. Motor City just, again, happy just doing clears. King losing his edge. Got to sharpen those skates a little bit better, guys.
I don't know. Ice might be beat up right now.
Yeah.
There's 3 or 4 different guys that have gone down in the latter half of this period.
Well, Contrado keeps his edge, slides it ahead. Here's Martin. Martin lost it. Good play there by Wells to lift his stick. Here's Contrado firing a shot. Had a good look there for a moment. Vanderweel gets it to Conway. Conway has Koash leaking out if he wants him. Declan now has Svintsov trailing as well. Svintsov, bank pass to Koash. Koash picks it up in the circle, sends it down low for Pavel. Pavel has it, gives it to Vanderweel at the point. There's a fluttering shot, bounced and gathered by Green, and he'll freeze it. 105 seconds left in this game. And Blue Ridge, if they want a point, you're going to have to shoot like Watertown and get a goal every 10 seconds.
This is a nice bounce back for Motor City. They didn't play terrible last night. They just ran into a Watertown team that was playing pretty well, made some small mistakes, but I thought there have been games Motor City has won and that they've played worse in than a night ago. Good news is, hey, you're playing a team that's not in the playoffs right now. You're doing what you're supposed to do. 3-goal lead, and looks like you're going to cruise to 3 points here on a Sunday.
Yeah, and that's just it. There's an opportunity in front. Oh, Green makes a save. Conway tried to sneak it past him. Declan saying, I'm still here, centered in front by Svintsov. Koash firing. Green makes the save. Doesn't hold on to it, though. Motor City maybe not happy just playing puck possession. Maybe they want another one. There's Wells keeping it in.
Stats count all the same, and Gordy Brown's talked about it. Got to build good habits for the postseason.
Well, Wells kept the puck at his feet, kept it in, and yeah, I mean, play the full 60 minutes, right? That's the old adage in any sport that keeps an hour-long clock. Play the full 60, why not? And here's one of our favorite lines, Giuliano Gaudet and TJ Delaney. This line has been special. Good to see that they're all back and get the chemistry back right at the right time. Miguel Diaz keeps it in. That's partially deflected by Giuliano. Milam going to bail early and keeps good gap integrity, and that's going to be offsides, but no, they're going to let it continue. Thought Iverson there was well ahead of the play, but again, play will continue. Giuliano drops it off. Delaney, quick shot, bounced off the chest of Green and into the corner. 40 seconds left. Motor City is only 2 wins away from another milestone, 60 as a franchise. So 1 win here gets them 1 step closer to that. It seemed like it took forever to get to 50, but then the milestones are easier to get from there.
And again, it puts them 3 points. Assuming Watertown holds, we'll put the magic number at 3 to clinch the playoffs. And that number is reduced either by points not accrued by Watertown or points grabbed by Motor City. So a win today, they can clinch the playoffs in Port Huron with a regulation victory.
Yep, 100%.
And then you start looking at what it's going to take to get home ice, and that's probably going to come down to the final weekend.
Well, it doesn't look like Port Huron, speaking of finals, doesn't look like Port Huron is going to get any closer. Watertown now has an 8-3 lead. Wanted to peek in at the scoreboard while we had a moment. Here's Sneath, gives it up to the far side. Gullo drags, drops it to Sneath. Sneath got pinched off in the circle. 10 seconds left. Motor City bounced back in a big way from last night. One final push. Vlasov gets taken off the puck. George Holt has it. Flicks it, hits the ceiling, and they're going to let the clock run out anyways. Motor City bounces back, takes 2 of 3 on the weekend. You would have liked all 3, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Motor City getting 3 big points as the Rockers take a 4-1 win. And Motor City is now 1 point away from 80 on the season.
Well, they didn't mess around, took care of business, played a team you're better than, a team that at times this year maybe has played the Rockers frustratingly well, and they don't allow Blue Ridge to sniff much of anything. Love the effort from the Rockers. Thought they played 3 solid games this weekend, only come away with the 6 points, but I like the way the Rockers are playing.
Well, got to like the way they're playing. They're playing hard, playing to win, getting a big win. And before we step aside, really quickly, want to update people on shots on goal. Then, Brady, I will toss it back to you after you do that. What were the shots, out of curiosity?
Shots on goal. Motor City doubled up Blue Ridge 46-23. A heck of an effort for the Rockers. They were peppering Connor Green all night. And that was just 2 away from the team high of 48 on the season. So a offensive explosion for Motor City, 18 in the third. That was their most of any period.
All right, fans, it's time for the 3 stars of the game, brought to you tonight and every night by Lasting Impressions Promotional Marketing. Brady, who are our stars tonight?
Third star of the game with a pair of assists, Declan Conway. Our second star, he had the goal on the power play, the slap shot. It just wasn't fair. And an assist, Jamison Milam. And his first goal back here in Motor City, Nick Miguel Diaz. He had a goal and an assist. He is the first star today.
Well, let's see who Parker Brown interviews, and it's going to be Declan Conway. So there you go, getting an introduction. But Parker Brown will talk to the players. We will step aside. We're going to end the broadcast here. Again, Motor City getting 2 out of 3 this weekend with a 4-1 win over the Blue Ridge Bobcats. They now take the season series 7-2-1. They already had this season series wrapped up, but it's now done. 7-2-1 this year in the opening year for Blue Ridge. They played us tough. They really did. They played us tough every time they came to our barn, especially on opening night. You remember here it was a very tough back and forth game. We lost in a shootout, obviously. Not ideal. But Motor City, again, walks away with a big win. It's going to be it for us. For Brady Beaton, I'm Ben Salagi saying so long until next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, right here at Big Boy Arena. We will take on the Port Huron Prowlers Saturday, Youth Sports Night. Sunday, St. Patrick's Day. We'd love to have some luck of the Irish on our side against Port Huron and keep the I-94 trophy. Have a good weekend, everyone. We'll catch you next weekend. And make sure whatever you do, wherever you go, make sure you always rock on. Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care.